You know, I did a video just prior to this, and it was about 21 minutes. And I thought to myself, God, that's going to be way too long for somebody to watch, right? And maybe so. But how do I take 32 years of being in this security industry, the originator of real-time reporting? It's called SilverTrack. I sold it in 2019. I ran 4 or 5 security companies, a parking management company itself for residential communities, commercial properties that led to cities and colleges and consulting. So a lot of information. How do I break that down less than 20 minutes, right? Got to talk 100 miles an hour to do so. So I thought I would do this. I have that video. If you want to see it, I'll give you a link that you can go to. It's going to be the unedited version. I suggest you watch that because that's pretty much my life story, and it's going to be you're going to be able to relate to it if you're an owner or operator. So if you're an owner of a security company, you're a property manager, or you're an operation manager, take a look. If you're a guard, you don't care because you don't run a business. You haven't been in it long enough. So take a look at that if you want to. But for today, I'm going to try to make this quick for the landing page, for the newsletter, so I don't hold you hostage. Let me just get through the problem. So I get called all the time from security operators and companies that I've worked with for 20 years, and that's about 3,600 of them. Go on my LinkedIn profile, you'll see it all. And the question is what are we doing wrong? How can we be better? Well, as I said, I work with everybody. I see not only security operations, but I see their clients because their clients call me out of frustration. And here's where it's at. This is exactly where it's at. You guys today are selling technology. You're not thinking of the customer. Now, I know we don't like to think about the customer because we got so many problems with the employees. It's the last thing we need to think about when it comes to problems because that's what we think is going to be a problem. Well, it's not. When I talk about the customer, I'm talking about getting the information from the customer so we could put something together now because we, for the very first time, have the ability to do that in a very easy way, okay? And then at the same time, by talking with the customer, understanding the customer a little bit better, the problems with the employee, as far as the training and the supervision and the editing reports, it's gone. It really is. It's been reduced tremendously. I'd like to say it's nearly gone, all right? I'll get to that on this side. But today, the problem is we have bidding wars, right? Because the clients don't want to pay. You can lose business over a nickel, and it's completely frustrating because you know what a piece of shit the other security company is, and you're thinking to yourself, why would they pick them? Well, they picked them because the bean counter's responsible. The manager there is frustrated. We don't have the best reputation, so it does become a bidding war because all you guys are really doing is QR codes, NFC chips, you're doing the minimums. You're doing the perimeter, you're doing the loading dock, you're doing the dumpster, you're doing the trash compactor, you're checking on the parking lot, you try to do some lighting, you try to chase the skateboarders, the homeless encampments. You think you're doing the work, but you're not. You're just walking the property. We decorate the commercial property, because that's today's example, with all these little blue chips and NFCs and the geofence and all that to try to lock our team down so we can show the client that, hey, we're being responsible. We're telling them to stay there. We're telling them to do the work. I mean, we got these QR codes everywhere, and we're forcing them north, south, east, west, and then they're supposed to take their lunch break. Whole nother issue, right? And so we're putting it out there, but at the end of the day, the pictures aren't worth a dime, right? The narratives are horrible. Checked okay, found open door. For an example, open door. Okay, you found an open door, but what'd you do with it? Found open door, closed and locked it. Okay, but did you show the locked door? Did you take a video maybe showing that you slammed it and you locked it and it was shut and the deadbolt went through? Because that's what you have to do. Because guess what? There's probably some transient that put a rock at the bottom. Your guy just kind of slid it and walked off. And then she says, well, we still got broken into, right? So there's just no thought process. As simple as that sounds, there's just no thought process in it because they're too busy trying to get to the next DEGI button or QR code or NFC chip or ways to figure out how to cheat the system, right? Manipulate the phone. That's where I'm going. So what do you bring to the table? Is it training? Is it supervision? Is it uniforms? Is it cars? What is it? What it really is, it's your support when they have a problem that they call you and you respond timely and then you try to get it resolved. That's the day-to-day operation. That's what happens. And if you can do that, chances are you'll probably end up keeping that client. You have to buy a big Hershey bar to remove the bad taste from your client every other week and maybe take her to a nice dinner or party and say, I'm sorry all the time, but they'll probably keep you because they realize the gene pool is the gene pool and majority of security companies are like-minded. And as long as they keep the cost right? The same. No big deal because they got multiple vendors to deal with. And, you know, with this industry and the reputation we have, it's pretty hard to say you're different than somebody else until you prove it. So today I'm going to show you how to prove it. And again, I'm going to kind of go quick here because I'm going to turn this into another 20 minutes just on my own PTSD. So here we go. So today, with what we put together with Vision Insights, that's the company that I built with my partners. And by the way, we brought the team. We're all here in the USA. We're experienced and we pick up the phone. How about that? So here we go. You are no longer this. You are going to be this. You're going to be an intelligent security company. You're going to collect data that's going to help your client. In helping your client, we're going to talk to them. We're going to say, how can I help you? Right? Tell me what your other issues are outside of the standard ones I already know. Let's not waste any time here. I want to be your partner. I'm going to walk your property and I'm going to do things that other vendors that would do because we have the time to do so. And I have the capability with a C player in multiple languages with micro training videos and everything that I'm getting from the Vision Insights team for marketing pieces, again, to completely set you up to lock you into the contract. That's what we're going to be able to do. We're going to be your lifelong vendor partner. Now, I'd like to get more money for it, but we eventually will because I'm going to prove our worth. What we're going to do is I'm thinking more like you, management. What is their job role? Whether it's an owner, regional manager, property manager, maintenance supervisor, resident, tenant, doesn't matter, whatever vertical you're working, what are their problems? What are the things that they're experiencing? That's what you need to know. And we're going to build that into the solution. And if you don't know it, I have it. You're going to be a partner. I just talked about that. You're going to reduce their labor. You're going to reduce your own labor, believe it or not, because it's going to be real simple. You won't have to lie on the patrols and make promises 3 to 5, which you know you can't do. It's impossible. I won't get into that. You're going to reduce your client's cost for sure, because you're going to be able to help them with more because they themselves are struggling with certain people. They themselves are trying to use AI to change things. And now with our ability, you're going to be able to show them that you can do lighting inspections, sprinkler inspections, landscape inspections, common area inspections, raised curbs, loose handrails, and that's only residential. Now we're going to get into the amenities and how we can record, track, and pull unbelievable analytics. Okay? Now, next thing, by doing all that, are we going to reduce risk and liability? 100%. We're going to reduce the training problems? 100%, even with our own staff. So you'll like coming in on Mondays. You won't have to sit there and fight Mondays all day long. You won't have to worry about new hires. You won't have to worry about supervision not telling or training the people in the field because they get discouraged. Sometimes they don't like to train people because they don't even know if that person's even going to last that night. So they put them on the property, give them the basics, give them a post-order book that goes nowhere, and they just pray to God, again, hit the deggies. That's what you're doing. Reduce complaints, of course. We just went through that. You're going to save both of you all kinds of money. That's what you're going to do. And then every week I'm going to come on this whiteboard and I'm going to show you how to do this over here. Okay? Not this, but this over here. I'm going to break it down. Now, I'm into this video by 8 minutes. All right? But if you get the Reader's Digest version of this, all right, you'll see the unedited if you want, and then I'll break it all down. But I'm telling you right now, we have the ability to give you a whole nother business opportunity. So jump on the andersonbrief.com, go to the Vision Insights website.com, mention you saw Chris, and we'll put something together for you that will help you retain every client you have right now, build new business, and bring you peace of mind. That is for sure. And if you contact me, I'll send you some videos. I'll give you some names and numbers to call, and they'll tell you exactly what it's done for them. All right? No fluff, just the truth. I look forward to talking to you.